Rockstar removed a total of 200 vehicles from GTA Online with the San Andreas Mercenaries update. Now this decision was irreversible, it was the worst decision they could have made, it sparked so much outrage in the community, including myself, and behind me I have 10 of these 200 removed vehicles. These 10 vehicles are my favourite vehicles that have unfortunately been removed from the game. So starting off at number 1 we have the Tygon. This is in the supercars class, and honestly it was one of, if not my favourite vehicles in the game, and unfortunately, you know, it was removed, which is an irreversible decision, and Rockstar made that decision stupidly, very stupidly. It has a lap time of 17th out of 58 in the supercars class. 17th. You can hear the engine sounds, it sounds absolutely amazing. That's why it was one of my favourite vehicles. It has a top speed of 125 miles per hour, which is only 23rd out of 58 supercars. That is insane. Like, I know it's not the best in the supercars class, but it's still one of the best, and I just cannot believe that Rockstar made the decision to remove the Tygon. It makes no sense, including 200 other vehicles which also make completely no sense at all. At number 2 we have the Neo. This is in the sports class, and it's one of, if not the best vehicles in the sports class. That is not an understatement. This is literally the most underrated sports car. It has a lap time of 7th, and let me repeat this, 7th out of 100 sports cars in the sports class. That is 7th. You know how insane that is? The top speed is 125 miles per hour, which again is 15th out of 100 sports cars in the sports class. The handling is insane. The engine noise, you can hardly hear it. It's beautiful, and it's probably, again, all of these were my favorite vehicles in the game before Rockstar decided to make a very stupid decision of removing them. Next we have the SATRR, and this is again in the supers class. It has a lap time of 9th out of 58 supercars. Yep, Rockstar, you decided to remove these vehicles of the purpose of no longer being used or irrelevant, I guess you could say, but these vehicles are some of, if not the best vehicles in the game, and most people did actually use these for races and honestly for their personal favorite vehicles, but you remove them and it just doesn't make any sense. This has a top speed of 123 miles per hour, which is on the low end in the supers class, with it being 38th out of 58 for top speed, but still its lap time is amazing. Okay, I know I keep saying this, but there's a reason all of these vehicles are here. It's because they are my favorite. But here we have the Locust. This is actually genuinely my favorite vehicle in the game, and that is why I do have it stored in my garage, which is unfortunate for most people because you can no longer do that, obviously. And this has a lap time of 52 out of 100 sports cars, which isn't close to the Neo in any way, shape or form, but it is still literally the best vehicle in the game. Like, all of these vehicles are undoubtedly amazing, and Rockstar removed them. It has a top speed of 119 miles per hour, which is quite low compared to some vehicles in the sports class, which is 44 out of 100, but still, it's an amazing vehicle, and I can't believe Rockstar decided to remove it. I really can't. Okay, this vehicle, I cannot understand for the love of me why Rockstar removed it. It's one of the most OG vehicles in the game. It was actually the first vehicle I ever purchased in GTA Online. I'm not joking about that. It's the Entity XF, one of the most OG supercars in GTA Online, and it is no longer in GTA Online. It makes no sense. Why would they do that? It's literally the most OG vehicle ever. It was probably the first vehicle most players purchased, including myself, and in the supers class it has a lap time of 40 out of 58 of the supers class, which honestly, I know it's not the best, but still, it was an OG vehicle. That's the reason I put it on this list, because it was my favourite vehicle. It was the first vehicle I ever purchased. I owned about 10 of these in my garages at one point. Not even kidding. Obviously sold them all since then. You can no longer buy it, so yeah. It has a top speed of 121 miles per hour, which is, again, very low for the supers class, which is 46 out of 58. Next in the supers class, we have the Russo. This is probably the most best looking Lamborghini counterpart in GT Online. And yeah, it's removed, so we can no longer appreciate its beautiful design. But in the superclass, this has a lap time of 23 out of 58, which is quite good. But the reason I put this on this list is because it's my most favorite vehicle personally, just by the looks of it, not by the performance, because the top speed is 124 miles per hour, which is only 32 out of 58. The reason it's on this list is because it is insane when it comes to its looks. I mean, look at this bad boy. It's beautiful, and I can't believe they removed it. Next in the sports class, we have the Comet SR. This is probably the best Comet vehicles out of any. We've had a lot of recent Comet vehicles added in GT Online updates, but why remove the Comet SR? It has a lap time of 9 out of 100 sports cars. Again, only 2 away from the Neo, but still 9 out of 100 in lap time. And on this top speed, it's 122 miles per hour, which is 26 out of 100. 26. Why? Why remove it? It's one of the best Comet vehicles in the game. Well, not anymore, because it's no longer in the game. Okay, back to the supers class, we have the ETR1. Ah, man. Okay, don't get me wrong, it's not like the best when it comes to top speed, but lap time, it's 27 out of 58 in the supers class. Top speed, however, is only 120 miles per hour, which is on the low end of 48 out of 58, but still, I mean, come on. The ETR1 is... This is, again, an OG vehicle. It's not too OG, but it was released quite early in the game, and it's no longer there, and it's such a shame, because all of these OG vehicles belong in GT Online. That's what made GT Online, but they're no longer here to enjoy. Okay, the XA21. Ah, man. Rockstar. Okay, I'm not even going to say it anymore, but you guys know what I'm thinking. This has a lap time of 15 out of 58 for the supers class, and its top speed is 122 miles per hour, which is 39 out of 58 in the supers class. Personally, I put this on the list again, similar to the Zaruso, because of its looks. It's just a beautiful vehicle, and I can't fathom why they removed it. I really cannot. Finally, we have a sports classic, the Chebaruk. You may be wondering, why did I put this on my top 10? Well, is it the best for sports classics? No, it has a lap time of 22 out of 42, but still, its top speed is 108 miles per hour, which is 28 out of 42, so why did I put this as my top 10? It's not the best sports classic vehicle, let's be honest here, but it has some reliable suspension, and it has some really good sharp turns without hardly any input. People love this vehicle in the community. I reckon it's probably the best community favorite vehicle in the sports classics, but this is my top 10 vehicle list of my favorite vehicles that have been removed from the game. If you guys have your own list, which obviously you will, pop it in the comments below. But yeah guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, drop a like on it, and as always, thanks for watching. I will see you all later.